fought the fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. Saw content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil. You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilantes calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Promise lost in Nintendo's dream, delusional faith blinded by the gleam. Defends every flaw like it's a sacred cause, but his blind devotion's just breaking laws. Player SS brings no honor or pride, throws family shade when he's running to hide. No integrity, just bitterness and spite, but the vigilante's here to set it right. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Cast guys, fake words can't hold the line. Sony fanboy smoke, but his reviews don't shine. Switch for shields, a corporate game, selling hype and spin while we call out the shame. Dark trays and Nintendo fanboys stuck on repeat, says the same old lines like a broken beat. Recycling words, no fresh insight, but we break through the noise and bring the fight. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. If you're tired of fake, if you're done with the spin, join the fight, let the real talk begin. We're here for the truth, no need to hide, so make sure to like and subscribe. I'm the angry vigilante here to fight the fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. Saw content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil. You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Promise lost in Nintendo's dream, delusional faith blinded by the gleam. Defends every flaw like it's a sacred cause, but his blind devotion's just breaking laws. Player SS brings no honor or pride, throws family shade when he's running to hide. No integrity, just bitterness and spite, but the
Hello everyone, how are we doing today? Now we got I Am Desire. I won't be able to catch it live, but I'll watch it afterwards, LOL. It's all good, man, don't worry. Hey man, go take care of business. You're probably working right now. You know, today is not gonna be like no 3.5 hour, 4 hour long one, unfortunately. I do have an appointment that I gotta take care of in like 2.5 hours. And also, I'm not just a cheapskate when it comes to video games, but I'm also cheap when it comes to food, because I like to buy like whole cuts of meat, you know, like a big brisket when you can find it for like $3, like $3 something a pound, and then I grind and make my own burger, because I don't know if you guys have seen the prices of hamburger lately, but it ain't cheap. But can everybody hear me? Here, hold on. Let me check. Let me see if I can hear myself. I got to check on my phone. Hold on. Yep, I can hear myself. So the audio is doing good. And we got golden apples. How's it going? Do not know what that emoji means, unfortunately, but I'm glad to have everybody in. But today we do have a good live stream. We're only going to be reacting to 2 people, Nukem Nintendo, because he did one video where he tries to pull victim on himself, tries to play the victim card. Then we got Player Essence, because of course we do. Unfortunately, the salt content for last week, it was lacking. There just wasn't that much to react to this time, but that's also a good thing because I can't do it for a long time today. I can only do it for like 2 hours. So let's get into it. Here we go. Nope, wrong one. Wrong one. Interact. There we go.
All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning to all of my subscribers, and hopefully you are hearing this from my original main YouTube channel. I know I got 80 plus subscribers right now, 83 on my original YouTube.
The thing is, if you're going to do a different YouTube channel, why'd you pretty much call them the same damn thing? Makes no sense.
Channel, and if you guys are hearing this for the first time or whatever, I have another YouTube channel that I started about.
Oh, don't worry, man. I told everybody that you had 2 channels. Desire said it. Trust me, you weren't the only one. I'm pretty positive they already know.
A couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think. And it's basically the same channel, except instead of it being called Nukem Nintendo, it's called Nintendo Nukem. So
I think you need to change it to Nuki or Harmon Smith Jr. That's what you need to change it to. Harmon Smith Mini-Me. Those are your 3 options.
Please find that channel, subscribe to it. I'll probably leave a link of it in the comment section and in the description as well. But do yourself a favor, subscribe to that channel, because you never know when this YouTube channel right here is going to get hit with another strike. That is
just so you know. I really hope that they're not connected. Well, you don't even have one, I don't think, because you're not monetized. But let's just say, for future reference, Nuki, this is me giving you a pro tip. That, because you like to throw out many slurs, it is probably not best to put them both on the same AdSense account. Just letting you know that. And I thought he actually got a copyright strike, because when he was sitting here saying, oh, I got a strike on the channel, so I'm not uploading, even though I thought it was kind of weird, because anybody that knows anything about the whole copyright strike stuff, you can still upload to your channel even with a copyright strike. Does not stop you. But he outs himself and says that he wasn't able to for a week. That's because he got a community strike. He most likely got striked for saying some type of slur. Maybe a racial slur, or if it was a homophobic slur. Because I sat here and watched one of his videos where he did say a racial slur. Now, the videos that got taken down, I don't know what type of slur he said because I didn't watch it.
what happened. I had 2 videos that were removed. One was calling out that piece of crap, Lord Frogmire, and another one was calling out that idiot, Hypnotic. And, you know, because...
Well, maybe you shouldn't have said a racial slur, and then maybe, just maybe, they wouldn't have gotten taken down. I know that they weren't taken down for copyright. We all know that one. Stop saying slurs you're not supposed to say.
YouTube is a worthless piece of trash, and they seem to, you know, protect, you know, YouTubers who just do a lot of grifting and whatnot.
Well, for argument's sake, let's just say the people you react to are grifters. I don't think grifting is against the terms of service. What you did was against terms of service. So stop playing victim here, Nuki.
They got to go after people like me who call them out. So the way this seems to be working right now is that you have...
They didn't go after you because you called them out. They went after you because you broke terms of service. You're lucky that's all you got was a strike. I'm surprised you didn't get your channel taken down.
I have a lot of clowns who, they don't really offer anything intelligent or anything unique to the table other than, hey, let's just bash on Nintendo, because there's a lot of, you know, just lowlives on the internet right now who are...
It's called criticism towards Nintendo, and it's not like you have anything to offer. You're literally just regurgitating what You're literally regurgitating what Player Essence and Harmon Smith says. Ain't nothing different.
Just completely butthurt over the fact that Nintendo is dominating. They're kicking ass. So these kinds of people, they just...
Yeah, none of them care that Nintendo is kicking ass. What a lot of us don't like is when they do well like this, it's going to change the industry for the worse. Okay. When you set forward and allow Nintendo to raise games to $80, because when they normalize it, it's going to be your people fault. It's going to be you Nintendo fanboys. Hello, Raymond, YouTube One. How's it going, man?
Just live on the internet right now. Nintendo lives rent free in their head, and they hate reality.
Oh, we all know that I live rent free in your head. Remember, you reacted to my stuff first. I never even knew about you. Remember, don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
Let's just put it that way. They hate reality because the reality is that Nintendo is dominating PlayStation, Xbox, and you know what? It's also dominating PC gaming. Nobody cares about.
It's not dominating PC gaming. Honestly, the only thing I think maybe could rival PC gaming is maybe the mobile gaming industry. Honestly, I would say out of all of them, and this ain't no bash on the consoles or PC gaming, if we're being honest, I think there are way more people that have a mobile phone than a computer. Well, pretty much a mobile phone is a computer, but you know what I mean.
About PC gaming, and I'm going to make a video about that.
Hello, Halloween, Matt Media. How's it going? Oh, I muted it.
1 billion players. That is complete BS, and I will prove that in a later video.
You ain't gonna prove that. And I've never even heard of a billion. That seems like a stretch. You do understand that there is only, what, I think 3 billion people on the planet. How many people are on the planet real quick? Let me check this shit. Let me grab my trusty phone. The planet, Earth's population. Here we go. Earth's population. Okay, there are 8.14 billion in the world. So there's a possibility that there might be a billion PC gamers, but unless they're including mobile gamers in on that one, I don't know. There might be a billion mobile gamers, but PC, that's a lot of PC people.
PC gaming is an absolute joke. I'm just going to put it that way. PC gaming, everyone acting like, yeah, there's a billion players, but then you look at.
Nah, I would agree. Maybe mobile gaming is a joke. I'm not a huge fan of mobile gaming. If anybody likes mobile gaming, that's on you guys. I'm not a huge fan.
Sales numbers, and you look at so many other things, and you're just like, yeah, if they really had a billion players, Steam should be making much bigger, profits. They should have much bigger revenue, but they don't.
Game Newell is worth like 11 billion according to your precious leader Player Essence. That's a lot of money. That's nothing to scoff at.
So you got the Steam Deck only sold 4 million. I mean, there's so much proof and evidence just debunking.
Oh yeah, because the Steam Deck is the only type of PC out there. Wow, you're a genius there, Nuki.
That baseless claim that PC gaming has about 1 billion players. And as a matter of fact, people who try to say that Steam has a billion players, guess what? Valve.
Yeah, I've never once ever heard people say Steam has a billion players. Has anybody heard that Steam has a billion players?
Valve and Steam themselves have never said that they've had that many players. They said they had about 400 million accounts, but that doesn't mean 400 million players. That's just 400 million accounts. People are constantly getting their accounts banned for cheating and whatnot.
Very true. But let's hold that same analogy to Nintendo, because you guys love to say, oh, it sold 150 more or 54 million units, acting like there's 154 million players. Guess what? How many of those YouTubers did you see buy every single one of the Switch 1 editions? Look at Austin John Plays. Look at Beat 'em Ups. They probably own close to 100 different Switch 1 units in their home alone. So we can hold that to the same account, can we?
People have created multiple accounts, maybe because they forgot their old one. There's just many things to it. There's people who've created an account just to play it for one time maybe, and that was it. Anyways, I'm not going to get too deep into that right now, but the bottom line is Nintendo.
Unless you have facts, but we do know for a fact that there are more Steam accounts than there are Nintendo Switch 1s out there.
Nintendo is dominating. They're doing very well. There's more news about how they're going to ramp up production to make 25 million Nintendo Switch 2 consoles by the end of the year, or by the end of the fiscal year, I believe. So, there's just so much evidence showing that,
Oh, we all know that's going to make you happy. You want to know what my guess is? I think they're afraid of the tariffs, so they're trying to make as many as they can before the tariffs come into effect. I could be wrong. You never know. It could get more popular, but I don't think it is.
know, the Nintendo brand is stronger than ever. They're selling very well. They're dominating everybody else, and because of that, you know, you got so many clowns on the internet who are just hungry for misinformation against Nintendo. They're just hungry for negativity against Nintendo.
I mean, I love how all you guys, all you fanboys love to say, oh, we're spreading misinformation. But every time I get one of those comments, I say, hey, what is the misinformation? You guys can never tell me what it is.
Nintendo, and anytime, you know, there's a person like me who calls out these grifters, who calls out these fools, you'll get these guys, you know, just coming into the YouTube videos and just reporting it to YouTube.
That's not what happened. You don't even know if they reported it. There's an automatic thing that flags stuff that they don't like to hear. Maybe you shouldn't have said racial slurs. Maybe you shouldn't have said homophobic slurs. That's what happened. You knew better.
Just falsely reporting it to YouTube. So,
okay, I haven't watched the video, but you know what? But I'm going to believe whoever or whatever flagged your video that you did say some type of slur. Because there are many videos that I have watched of yours where you use homophobic slurs. And there was one where you used a racial slur. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was not falsely flagged. You're full of shit.
That's kind of the deal right now. And, you know, YouTube is just a piece of crap. You know, YouTube, you know, they protect these guys who...
You want to know what's funny? Is you got fanboys like this complaining about YouTube, complaining that they're not getting any views, complaining about the algorithm. I don't think the best way for you to get views is to complain about the company that's going to pay you. Just saying, just throwing that on a limb. YouTube, if you're watching, I got no problem with you. Please do not ban me.
Who make these negative videos, even if these guys, like, let's just talk about, you know, foul language and, you know, saying really nasty words or whatever. A lot of these guys use the word and things like that. They'll...
All right, I had to beep it out because he said he didn't say a homophobic slur. He didn't say a racial slur. He said like he was saying the Riri slur. We all know what it is. You don't need me to say it. Angry Vigilante Show, unrelated, but have you played DC's World Steam Edition? No, I have not. It's a combat flight sim game that's free, but the system requirements and the price of a DLC on the Steam page is insane. I will look it up. I will actually look that one up after I'm done. But no, I have not. I don't really play Sims games, so that's probably the reason why. But I'll look it up.
They'll use those type of words, and apparently that's okay. Apparently it's...
No, it is not okay. If they use the actual Riri slur, they know that YouTube doesn't like it. They know they're not supposed to. They take that risk. And guess what? If they sit here and go on the internet whining and crying like you're doing because they got a strike on their channel, guess what? I ain't gonna feel bad for them. You need to stop playing victim, Nuki. You put yourself in that situation. This is how I know it wasn't falsely claimed like you were trying to claim, because if it was, you wouldn't be like, oh, let's set the record straight when it comes to foul language. And guess what? I had an argument with one of your boys, Retrofusion, that said that saying that slur is just as bad as saying a racial slur. Guess what, my guy? If somebody calls you that slur, calling you an idiot, that is nowhere near the same as is nowhere near the level of saying a racial slur. What you said was way worse.
It's okay for them to do that. Apparently, it's okay for them to show the face of another YouTube content creator.
Well, for one, it ain't illegal or against terms of service if you upload yourself to YouTube. If you show your face on YouTube, that's on you. If you don't want other people to show your content, or if you don't want other people to show your face, don't put it on the internet. Plain and simple.
And basically just send as much hate and negativity towards their way as much as possible.
They don't send hate and negativity. It's called criticism. And it don't matter if you like what they're saying. It's called free use.
And YouTube won't do anything about it. YouTube won't do anything about it because they like the fact that these guys are hating on Nintendo and, you know, they're getting lots of views and whatnot. And they're just...
I'm pretty positive that YouTube makes a lot of money off of Nintendo. So I do not think that they really care. All they care about is the money.
Goes to show that YouTube is a complete piece of trash. You know, they don't really honor their, you know, their policies and whatnot. It's very selective.
Of course, it's selective sometimes, but they can't catch everything. There's been times where I said stuff I wasn't supposed to say. I didn't get in trouble, but you said it excessively. You didn't just say it once or twice. Oh, hello. I'll be here for a little while. Thank you very much, B-Man. Welcome to the show.
How they do things, there's a lot of bias to it. So that's the deal right now. But let me just talk about what I'm going to try to do going forward. Now that I have this second YouTube channel, I'm going to try to upload videos to just both this YouTube channel and the other. So both of my YouTube channels, Nukem Nintendo.
Well, you know what? That actually sounds like a good idea. And I tried to give him some advice because he uploaded the exact same video to both channels, same title, same thumbnail and everything. And I told him, you can't do that. You can't upload the exact same content. And he was like, oh, nope, you're wrong. People do it all the time. Well, just because people do it doesn't mean they're supposed to. And then he was like, oh, well, it's called a backup channel. You're allowed to do it. There are people that take, they clip their long videos and have a separate channel about their shorts. Well, for one, if you sit here, create a short out of your long content, it becomes different type of content. So it's not the same video. But I think that someone told him I was correct, or maybe he actually went and did some research for the first time in his life and found out I was correct, because after that, he started sitting there using different thumbnails and different titles. I'm glad, Nuki, that you're listening to me.
And Nintendo knew it'll work out, you know? Definitely not something I was ever planning on doing, but hey.
Well, guess what? When you sit here and throw as many slurs as you were throwing in your videos, what do you expect's going to happen? You're lucky you didn't get your channel taken down.
That's where we're at right now, and maybe it'll be better for the channel. Maybe it'll be better. So I am definitely thinking about doing Rumble as well, because, you know, unlike stupid YouTube, Rumble, they don't really have all of these retarded policies. And
oh, I forgot to beep out that slur. See, I'm surprised this video, YouTube, that wasn't me. That was him who said it. That was Nuki Nintendo, not me.
They're not a bunch of damn hypocrites with double standards, you know.
I mean, they're not a hypocrite. I guarantee you, if someone was to flag it like you claim that they would get in trouble also. But YouTube can't. Do you understand how many videos get pumped up? Or get uploaded. They can't go through manually every single video. It's not possible. Raymond YouTube 1, Angry Vigilante Gamer. Another thing too is that DCS World Steam Edition is playable on the Steam Deck, but there are a lot of warnings. Warnings about what exactly?
No, they're gonna flag one channel down, but they're gonna allow other YouTube channels that are just grifting to keep going and whatnot.
I mean, that's what you're doing. You're trying to grift and clout chase on other people's name. Hey, we got the gaming rip. What's going on? What is happening? Oh, nothing much. Right now, I'm roasting Nuki Nintendo.
So I'll probably start uploading videos on Rumble and then promoting them on YouTube and saying, hey, check out this video on Rumble.
I wonder how long that'll happen. Guess what? I don't know if people realize this. I used to upload to Rumble. It ain't worth it. Unless you get like a signed contract, like some very lucky people like Fresh and Fit, you know, Dr. Disrespect, like them, you ain't going to make that much. I am not kidding you. I sat here, uploaded to Rumble, and let me tell you what, I think I got, in 1 month, I think I got a few 100,000 views on long videos, and guess what? I only made $1. That's all I made. The Gaming Rift. Laugh my ass off. Making a video on Rumble, what exactly? I mean, it's not terrible to upload the same videos to Rumble that you do to YouTube. You know, it's up to you people if they want to do that. It is going to make you a little bit extra money, but using YouTube to move people over to Rumble, that's not a good idea. No, YouTube should still try to be your main platform. It is the platform to make the most money on for this type of content. Raymond YouTube 1, Angry Vigilante Show, like the graphics setting, controller configuration you see when you get to the Steam page. Okay, I got it. I don't have a Steam Deck, so I wouldn't be able to.
Because, you know, this is a video that YouTube is probably not going to allow. And it's not because, you know, I'm like threatening someone's life or...
You said 2 slurs that you were not supposed to say, literally, in the video. It's not taken down yet, but if it gets taken down, it's your fault.
I'm not like, maybe some videos, maybe I might be a bit harsh, but so are the stupid videos of these grifters talking trash about Nintendo fans. So, again,
Well, if you guys would act right, we wouldn't have to sit here and talk trash from what you're saying. Guess what? Learn some act right. Here, I'll teach you some act right if you would like.
it's a double standard when it comes to YouTube and whatnot. And so now I gotta find ways to make these videos and only put them on platforms that aren't going to just remove them,
Well, if you don't want them to remove them, stop saying racial slurs. That's all you have to do. Not a hard concept to grasp.
But anyways, it's great because there's right now a lot of YouTubers are finally starting to point out the misinformation towards Nintendo. They should have done this from the very beginning, but I guess recently Shigeru Miyamoto had said something about why they're getting more involved with the movie business, and people decided to just completely lie about what he said, mistranslate him, and basically misquote him.
I honestly
and say
don't
that,
even know anything about
he's
this.
basically saying video games suck and we only care about movies, stupid stuff like that, which is obviously that's obviously far from the truth. And people are pointing out how it's misinformation, how it's far from the truth. And
Yeah, when it comes to you, your credibility isn't very high. People that throw around racial slurs all the time, I wouldn't say you have very high credibility here. So I don't even know what you're saying is true.
And are the clowns who hate on Nintendo, relieved and happy to know that it's not true? No, they're getting angry and calling people bootlickers. Oh, you're a corporate bootlicker because, you're not willing to just,
Well, if you sit here and defend Pokemon Legends ZA, for instance, saying that it's worth it, or Mario Kart World, yes, you are a bootlicker. Sorry to tell you. We got General Ryuhaka. What's up, bro? What's up, man?
let this lie, live on. No, you got to debunk this damn lie and defend Nintendo. So,
I mean, you group all of us as grifters and haters when we're just speaking the truth and standing up for the community.
It just goes to show how fake a lot of these people are. They were never Nintendo fans. Every time these clowns tell you that Nintendo fans are the fans that are angry at Nintendo right now, that's complete BS. It's a load of crap. Most of them are people who have always hated Nintendo. They've been butthurt for the last 8 years because the Nintendo Switch was dominating play.
I mean, this all sounds great. I know this is nothing more deflection tactics, but do you have any proof to back up any of your claims?
PlayStation, but because it wasn't, it didn't have the same amount of power and graphic capability as the PlayStation 5 and Xbox, they would just make this narrative. They would just kind of like downplay it and be like, oh, well, technically Nintendo, is doing their own thing.
Well, if you look at like Fortnite, if you sit here and look at a lot of mobile games, they download way more. Look at Candy Crush. Okay, I guarantee you there are more downloads. There are probably people that play Candy Crush more than you could add up every single damn Nintendo console ever sold, and it wouldn't even come close to the amount of downloads that Candy Crushes have. So when someone sit here and takes like mobile games, for instance, say, oh, these are the greatest games ever because they download and sell more, no one's going to take that shit seriously. The Gaming Rift, laugh my ass off, didn't even have the graphics of PS4 or Xbox One. That is straight facts.
Therefore, they're not competing. But now the Switch 2 is...
Oh, B-Man, I'm glad I'm not a big Nintendo fan, LOL. I completely agree. Ah, the good old true Scotsman fallacy. Exactly.
kind of like direct competition. The Switch was direct competition too, but because the Switch 2 is now, very powerful, and a lot of its games actually look just as good, if not better, than PlayStation 5 games.
Yeah, do not think so, my guy. The performance issues with DK Bonanza are not good. Pokemon Legends ZA does not look good. Okay, that looks like a PS3 game level graphics, literally. Then you look at Metro Prime 4, unfortunately, with that trailer, the game's graphics do not look good. So yeah, you're full of shit, Nuki.
People are just like freaking out, and they're just getting angry and butthurt, and they're just on this campaign to try to tear down the Switch 2. And the funny thing is, it's working against them. Everything they're doing is working in Nintendo's favor because they're talking so much crap or whatever. They're attacking consumers. And so consumers naturally have this, like, you know, instinctual reaction to just.
Nope, we're not attacking consumers. Nobody of any real relevance is attacking consumers. What we are is holding influencers accountable. That's the difference. Raymond YouTube 1. Better looking than PS4, maybe, but better looking than PS5, not a chance. Oh, I agree. Now, the Switch 1 don't look nearly as good as the PS4. Very powerful, don't make me laugh. Can't even run Elden Ring, facts. That shit was delayed till next year. Also, spec-wise, it has inferior to Xbox Series X and PS5. That is straight facts. We got some retro guy. If the Switch 2 is on par with the PS5, then why does Elden Ring 1 like absolute crap on the Switch 2? Well, it isn't on par with the PS5. To the point, it just got delayed because it was unplayable. Exactly. Even though you go look at Prime, he's like, oh, it was perfectly playable. And he said the same thing about Borderlands 4. And the moment Borderlands 4 got delayed, he was all champion for it. He's like, oh, that thing needs longer to cook. That's how you know that they're full of shit.
Just be like, go screw yourself. I'm getting sick and tired of you idiots being so pretentious, talking down to people who want to buy a video game console and enjoy it. You guys want to run your mouth and get mad at people for doing.
Well, you want to run your mouth and talk down to us for doing your guys' job and standing up for the damn community. Well, I wouldn't say your job because you just started your channel technically. But when it comes to your leaders like Primey, Player S, and Switchforce, we're only here because they refuse to do their jobs. They wouldn't stand up for the community, so it forced us to have to do it. Then we got Halloween Matt Media. I like how these fanboys defend Nintendo when there has been many occurrences where Nintendo sued a much smaller person or company to destroy competition. That is straight facts there, Halloween Matt Media. It's weird how that's not a talking point. I know, right? Self-Man 1. Hello, Vigilante. Have you seen Desire's video on Harmon? Oh, I have. It was so good. Oh, yeah. He blasted Harmon, and I guarantee you Harmon ran home licking his wounds. Harmon is scared now. The Gaming Rift. The Switch 2 is literally the mid-set shit. Console-wise, it's inferior to 2020 hardware, and handheld-wise, it's inferior to a ROG Ally, and even the Steam Deck in some areas. That is true. I cannot wait to get a Steam Deck. Now, the ROG Ally, I'm sorry to tell you, that thing's overpriced. I do not think the ROG Ally is worth the price they want, especially the Xbox One.
Doing that, screw you.
I'm going to speed it up, because they talk slow. When I get to Player Essence, I'll slow it down because Player Essence talks fast.
I'm going to go buy a Switch 2 now. Just in spite of you guys, people are buying a Switch 2. So it's great, it's great that there's a lot of, clowns hating on it. But
yeah, I don't think that's the case. When you sit here, because you guys love to sit here and use Japan as an example that the Switch 2 is doing well, when you get one that's $100 to $130 cheaper than what the rest of the world gets, what do you expect? Of course it's going to sell well. And then when you sit here, look at here in America, you got to take into account that there were many people that bought it to try to scalp it. Now, it didn't work because Nintendo raised the price so high that nobody was reasonably going to pay those scalper prices. There were some, but most people were like, nah, I'll sit here and wait. The Gaming Rift. What happened with Harmon? Oh, wait. The Switch 2 is... Oh, wait, I already read that. What happened with Harmon? Oh, Desire blasted Harmon for being a pedo. Self-Man 1. He has really huge accusations of being a crazy human being. Yes, he does.
That being said, we should still call them out on their BS, because if we go after these people and go and call them out on their lies and their BS, then, that's only going to create even more buzz surrounding Nintendo, and it's also going to just, set the record straight, and it's going to, fact check these clowns who are just...
you don't even know what facts are. A lot of you, many like you and many of your brethren, you guys are allergic to what actual facts are in the first place. But you're more than welcome to, just like I said before. And I noticed after this video, you haven't been making this type of content. You haven't been reacting to us or coming at us. Probably because you got scared. We completely destroyed you and you ran home crying probably. You're probably right before you hit record, you were licking your wounds with this video.
Making up blatant lies. So we need to keep doing that, guys. We need to keep calling these people out and whatever. So yeah, I'm going to continue to try to do that. But I do want to continue. I do want to start making more videos just about Nintendo video games and stuff like that. I don't want it to just be like me, you know, going after idiots who are just.
That is probably your best bet. Now, you are more than welcome, because what you're doing is salt content at the end of the day. When you're sitting here reacting to other people's stuff like that, you are more than welcome. But we can already tell with your type of mindset, with you trying to have this victimhood mentality and projecting this victimhood onto everybody else, we know you can't handle the criticism that's going to come your way. You don't have tough skin, Nuki. Just stick with doing content about what you like about Nintendo, hyping their stuff up. You're going to be better off doing that, because you will not be able to handle this type of content. You can't take it.
Grifting. I do want to keep making videos just about video games alone.
There you go.
Video games that I'm excited for. And so, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do that. Hopefully, you know, I don't get another BS strike or whatever, for whatever stupid reason.
Well, if you keep your mouth shut, then you will not get a BS strike. It wasn't because of us why you got a BS strike. That was because of you. You broke the terms of service. If you don't like it, then don't upload those videos.
But that's basically the deal, guys.
The Gaming Rift. This video screams insecurity. I don't know what that abbreviation is, but I agree. He is very insecure.
That's pretty much all I got. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to the other channel. There's 80 plus subscribers on.
So next up, we got good old Player Essence. Has anybody seen Nintendo's one of his newer videos from last week where he was throwing shade at the whole Nintendo YouTuber? Oh man, I loved every minute of it. Oh, not gonna lie. Okay, Gaming Rift. Yep, he does seem very insecure. But if anybody has seen the Nintendo's video, this is Player Essence literally almost having a meltdown on his stream over it. Oh, we got Maximus 2400. I did. Thank you so much for being a member, man. Oh, yes. I am glad. That was a good video, wasn't it? Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. Nintendo put out some smug video about positive Nintendo YouTubers struggling with views. I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, I think I didn't know he put out a video saying that. But
oh, yes, he did. And I was loving every minute of it. Lurking for now. I understand, Gaming Rift.
It's interesting to hear him act all smug about that when he would ask other people for help with this channel. He would ask.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I guarantee you at some point, you probably asked for help also. I've asked for help on my channel before. There's nothing wrong with reaching out.
Other people, how can I get more views? He would ask other people all of that. And before he even started talking negative about things, his channel didn't even get many views. And even with all the views that he's getting, it's not like 1 million people are subscribing to his channel. You know?
I mean, that's okay. You can sit here. You know, the funny thing is, you're saying with all these views that Nintendo gets, he's not many people are subscribing. I literally did the actual math where I took Player Essence subscribers, divided it by the total amount of views that his channel has gotten. He has only gotten about 2.5% of the views were from subscribers. And we all know that many of those views were from the same subscriber. But then you go over to Nintendo, you do the same thing. You add up his subscriber count, you divide it by the total amount of views he got, and guess what it came out to be? Almost 4.5%. So technically, Nintendo has a higher percentage of people subscribing to him than you, Player Essence. And you can sit here, talk trash. They only has like 30 something. Well, you got over 100,000. Guess what? How well are all those subscribers doing for you, Player Essence? They ain't watching your videos. You have over 100,000 channel and you are literally dying. Your channel is dying in front of all of our eyes right now, while Nintendo's channel is growing. Think about that. Then we got, okay, I need to get caught back up. Don't forget, Raymond YouTube 1. Don't forget the Japanese version of the Nintendo Switch 2 is region locked. Oh, that's very true. But people that don't travel, they're not going to care if it's region locked. lurking. Oh, call him fatherless. He gets real insecure. Yeah, but maximum 2,400. But we don't do that. Okay, I understand, because he kind of does bring it upon himself when it comes to that. But just remember, man, we don't involve the families. All right. B-Man, I saw that Nintendo video. Yes, it is very funny. Classic video, General. Yes. Nintendo is telling the truth. These Nintendo drones need the Switch 2 to succeed. That's why they keep showing it. Exactly. He is slowly becoming more and more Dreamcast guy. Well, I mean, he does say him and Dreamcast guy are homies, so.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Nintendo. Congrats on getting some views on riding the hate wave and writing algorithms and all that and lying to get your views. I mean, for real though, congrats to him. But I mean,
you have no proof that he was lying. He is giving his opinion. He is giving criticism. Just like you love to get your opinion, but we all know that you love to be disingenuous.
I think he should kind of mellow out a little bit, considering he doesn't have a 100K plus channel at this point. And
that's irrelevant. He's not the one complaining that his views or his videos aren't getting that many views. You have over 100,000 subscribers, but they're not doing nothing for you. You literally have over 100,000 subscriber channel and is dying. That is bad. You have no room to be telling anybody to mellow out. Why would somebody who is getting views, getting more than, why would they take your advice in the first place?
The only reason why his channel, people are even watching it, is because he's negative and angry.
No, because the community has spoken, Player Essence. The Nintendo community, they're tired of all the toxic positivity coming from you guys. That's why they moved on. That's why they don't watch your guys' content. They watch more like Nintendo because Nintendo is a Nintendo fan, and so many of the Nintendo people are fed up with the bullshit.
And he's too scared to talk to anybody else when it comes to other Nintendo content creators. So
you're scared too. You literally challenged someone on your live stream to a debate, and then when they sent you over the topics in an email, you sat there, banned him because you realized you wouldn't be able to hold your own against the topics with him. So come on, don't be sitting here acting like, oh, he's all scared. You're scared too. And Nintendo never challenged anybody. Nintendo never went after anybody.
I was him.
Oh, exactly. B-Man, Player Essence is jealous of Dean. Yes, he is. Guesses mean he's losing Essence. Oh, he's lost that a long damn time ago, Halloween Matt Media. Also posting every single news isn't interesting people anymore. Well, they're constantly damage controlling for Nintendo. They're making excuses. They're trying to condition the community to accept this stuff, and the community doesn't want to hear that. What they want to see is either people standing up for them or they want to know about actual news. Okay, where'd I leave off? Halloween Media. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, yo, ABS. What live stream is this clip from? That is a very good question. I think he probably took it down. Let me see real quick. Hold on. I'm searching right now. Oh, wait. I already deleted it. It was sometime from last week. I know that. I want to say it was on Monday stream, but I can't remember exactly. Good morning, my friend. Good morning, man. Blue Fox. We just hate Nintendo's bigness practice and law. Exactly. Many of us love Nintendo's games. Not everybody. Now, there are some people that watch my channel that don't like Nintendo's games, but there are many that do. But most of us just hate the business practice and the lawsuit. I mean, posting content like new direct info, new game info, new info from Nintendo game. Yeah, that's true, especially when you watch his video and he puts so much emotions behind it and he's damage controlling. Dang, I wanted to use the clip. Oh, I understand. What, do you have your own channel, Maximus 24 or Maximum 2400?
Wouldn't speak about other content creators or other Nintendo YouTubers or anything. He's too scared to talk about sales numbers or discussion with Nintendo with any channel bigger than his. He's too scared to talk.
No, he's not. He never sat here. I sat here and said, hey, you can come on my channel. And he said, maybe. He's too busy and he doesn't need to. There's no benefit to sit here and come on your channel and talk with you. What is he going to gain from it? You're a dying channel that's not getting as many views anymore. So the only person you're going to be the one to gain some from it, you're the one that's trying to cloud chase on his good name. And he sees through the BS.
Talk to anybody. So, I mean, Nintendo don't need to talk about other content creators.
The only reason why he made that video, you guys were throwing shade at him. You guys were coming at him. You could only poke and poke and poke someone for so damn much. Oh, I need to check it out. Maximum 2400. I'm going to check it out for you.
Weird when they are making sound in a cutscene while the people are not.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Justin. Thank you for another $3 dono. So it's always funny when some of these guys, I've seen these dudes that come up before, they're super negative, they get views, they have some success, then all of a sudden they act all smug because you've got a bunch of weirdos.
I mean, he's not really acting smug. Oh, General became a member. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you becoming a member. Oh, man, welcome to the crew, man.
Randomly watching your channel because you're angry or negative or whatever the case is.
No, they want to hear honesty. That's why people are watching his channel. They're fed up with it. My channel is lazy, LOL. Sometimes I post gameplay. Sometimes I post important fall cow clips. Oh, okay, got you.
At some point, that's going to run out, though. Are you going to run this negativity gimmick all generation? Is that what you're going to do?
No, what he is running is he's running the honesty. He's telling people the truth. You just don't like it because it doesn't fit your narrative. But it's just like you've been running the toxic positivity train for how long? And it's caught up with you. They're fed up with it. That's why you're not getting that many damn views. You know, I may not have been posting on YouTube, but I've been watching YouTube for over a decade. I've seen the rise and fall of many people. And what we are currently in the era that we currently are in right now is the rise and fall of the toxic positivity fanboys like you.
Are you ever going to be normal when it comes down to it? Are you ever going to talk?
Hey, Matthew Buckley, thank you so much for being a member. Good morning, all. I watch for the truth and facts. I hate when people hide it. I completely understand there, Blue Fox. I agree.
Talk about what you actually like. Are you ever going to discuss things like that? So, yeah, I mean,
do you? You're literally just talking about Nintendo. You're literally like losing it because someone brought up and you just can't handle the fact that he's getting more views than you are. That's the only reason why you want to talk with them, isn't because you're interested in having an actual debate, because you don't know how to be civil. I've seen your debates. We all have seen your damn debates. You can't be civil when it comes to a debate. Oh, we got Retro Fusion Gaming. Nintendo fans aren't watching either. Well, that's not factual. Blue Fox is a Nintendo fan. I'm a Nintendo fan. There are many Nintendo fans that watch my content and Nintendo's content. They are sick of the negative, and they are sick of the rumor pushers. We aren't watching either types of content. Yeah, I mean, yeah, rumor pushes. Yeah, there are people that don't like rumors, so I actually agree with you on that one.
I saw Prime talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And me, I don't really care about views like that.
Oh, really? You don't care about views? Who was here, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago, when he was literally complaining on his stream that his videos were doing dookie, that the views were dookie? He would not be complaining about that, complaining about the algorithm, complaining about his views or his videos not getting the views that he was getting before if he cared about them. So, Player Essence, you're full of shit.
Of course, I want you guys to watch the channel, but that's why I do my stream. That's why I do my editing business. That's why I do other things. That's why I do other things. I do other things so I don't have to rely on YouTube views, and I don't have to lie and grift my way and run like a bitch from other people that want to talk about.
You literally ran from DBZ Nation. You ran from him when you challenged him. That's the worst part. You challenged DBZ Nation to a debate on your live stream and ran from him. So you have no room to talk. Nintendo never even came at you. You came at him first. So what does that say about you there, Player Essence?
Sales numbers. I don't have to do that. Now, if I
No, you just have to be disingenuous. Like when you're sitting here saying, oh, yeah, see, Switch games are selling. Oh, look at the eShop rankings. Look at it's number 3 on the Switch 2 eShop, which means nothing with a small install base. And you know that. Okay, or you love to bring up the Japanese sales, but negate to tell the people, oh, they get a cheaper console. No wonder it's doing so well there.
I wanted to sit here and lie my way like Nintendo does and run away from people simply
Oh, you lie. You sat here and claimed there's only one $80 Switch 2 game. That's a lie.
talking such a scaredy cat. He can't even talk to me or talk to Prime or talk to anybody.
Oh, I'm catching back up here. I watch for the truth and facts. I hate. Oh, yeah, that's true. Nintendo. Oh, that's him. Why do people use Clippy when Nintendo is one of the biggest anti-consumer company? I don't know. I don't know the whole thing about the Clippy thing. Someone told me, but I forgot what it meant. I use it to mock the Clippy crew. Oh, okay. I mean, it don't bother me, but I'm not part of it, I guess. I usually get complaints from the Clippy crew about my thumbnails is what I usually get. A lot of those dudes that shill were complaining. Oh, true. Wow, PF is taking this situation way too personally. Yes, he is. Well, that's because he knows it's true. I guarantee he watched the video. He's acting like he didn't, but I guarantee he watches Nintendo's video every single day. I guarantee you every one that comes out, he does. We got General. If he got more views per video, he'd be saying that's why y'all get no. Exactly. Blue Fox. If you do other things, then why are you complaining? The toxic positivity Nintendo fan cry wolf. Exactly.
About his lies in his videos. You know, I mean, like, I could do that too. Anybody can do that. Anybody can sit there and be hella negative and get views and lie.
I mean, anybody can be all toxic positive like you are all the damn time. There are people that literally do that and they get views, but they don't sit here and damage control. Go look at Nintendo Life. Go look at Switch Up. They have no problem getting views. Or go look at, who are some of the other ones? Gamer X or Gamer Rants. They're getting views also whenever they cover a Nintendo video review, and they don't glaze Nintendo the way you do. Trust me, there are plenty of people that talk about Nintendo stuff in a positive way that get views. You, on the other hand, are toxic positivity. That's the reason why you're not getting views.
Because there is a base of people that are just looking for that. But I wouldn't get so smug to sit there and act like this dude's channel is actually incredible when a lot of those people watching aren't even subbing, okay?
I mean, a lot of the people that watch your stuff aren't subbing either. I literally broke it down. You can add up your subscriber count, divide it by the total amount of views, only 2.5%, not even 2.5, 2.25% are literally subscribed to you. While you look at Nintendo, you take his subscribers, divide it by his total amount of views, it comes to be almost 4.5%. You're literally losing the plot right now.
They're not even subbing, so he needs to calm down. He needs to calm down a little bit, all right?
I mean, he's more relevant than you are. He's more relevant than you have ever been.
I dare him and anybody that's like that. Talk about what you actually like about gaming. Discuss that. Don't worry about being incredibly negative and writing an algorithm wave to get views. You know what I'm saying?
All this is a deflection tactic. The reason why you don't like talking negative in a way or actually being critical of something is because you're afraid to lose whatever position that you have. You pretend like you're gonna magically get a seat at Nintendo's table one day. Trust me, Nintendo don't take many of the YouTubers and put them at that table.
On your channel that's not even 100K yet, not even 50K yet. Okay, you've got tons of huge videos with people watching, but you haven't even hit 50K yet. All right, so
I mean, congratulations. You have hundreds of millions of views and you're not even at 1 million subscribers, so that means nothing.
People need to calm down. They need to stop feeling themselves a little bit too much. You only came up here because you were negative. If you talk about what you like, you probably wouldn't get any views like that. So he needs to calm down. He definitely needs to. He's feeling.
That's not true. I literally did a video. Okay, I don't know if anybody saw, but I did a video on the second Kirby Direct, and I was very surprised. I was a little critical of the game to begin with. I thought it was going to be an average game, wasn't super excited for it, but I was willing to give it a shot to try it out. And then the second Direct, I left actually hyped for the game. I was very surprised at it. It was an amazing Direct. The game looks like it's going to be a blast, and I'm actually excited for it. And I did a video, and my thumbnail wasn't negative. My title wasn't negative. It was nothing but a positive video hyping up, literally hyping up Sakurai. Not Nintendo, but Sakurai. And that video is doing just as well as any of my other videos do. It is in that range. So when you sit here and say, oh, it's only negativity, that ain't true. You're full of it. All right, let's get caught up on some comments. If he got more views per, yeah, that's true. I already read that one. No. Clippy over here made by Lois Roseman, a YouTuber who is active on having right to repair every single product. Okay. Don't forget, Nintendo is pulling another Google Cardboard again. Remember the Google? I don't remember the Google Cardboard. Nintendo fans don't watch Player Essence because he is the smug know-it-all. I mean, that's actually fact. I actually am agreeing with you, Retrofusion. He definitely is a smug know-it-all. Being part of the spawn is OJ. If you don't know, like, my guess is the reason why Player Essence is on that spawn cast to begin with was because of his over 100,000 subscribers. But now that his channel is dying, to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me. He's too much of a detriment to that. He can't keep his mouth shut. He runs his mouth all the time. Let's get him to 50K, guys. I know. Let's get Nintendine to 50K. Also, Nintendine used exact evidence to back up everything he says. Exactly. Now, Maximus 2400, I will say, and I've been very transparent about this one. When it comes to the sales data, it don't matter what Nintendine says. It doesn't matter what Player Essence says. We can use the examples to fit our narrative, and there are facts to back up what Nintendine is saying, and there are facts to back up what Player Essence says sometimes. But the only people who know if the Switch 2 is selling well is Nintendo themselves, and they're not going to tell us if it's not selling well.
On himself a little bit too much, a little bit of that extra money getting to his head, but rent's due for this guy. I'm happy that I don't got to sit here and jeopardize my own personal, I would say, morals. I don't have to jeopardize.
I mean, you already have. I mean, and the thing is with you, rent's not due for you. It's past due for you. You are literally about to have a knock at the door with a foreclosure notice. That's where it's getting to.
Jeopardize, I don't have to lie. I don't have to manipulate data, and I don't have to run like a bitch from other companies.
I mean, literally, you manipulate the rankings on the eShop all the damn time. You're like, oh yeah, people say that third-party games aren't selling. It's number 3 on this eShop, number 7 on this eShop, and that doesn't mean jack shit with a small install base that the Switch 2 has. So you do it all the damn time.
Content creators, that want to talk to me about.
Oh wait. And you do run like a bitch all the time. What are you talking about? You literally ran from DBZ Nation, who you challenged to the debate on your live stream. That's how bad it is. You're worse than anybody. So you're sitting here running your mouth, calling Nintendine a bitch when you literally, he didn't run from anything. He doesn't owe you anything. Nintendine doesn't have to debate you or talk with you. Why would he? Okay, you don't have any good intentions. You are nothing more than trying to cloud chase off of him.
Sales numbers. I don't gotta run from anybody that wants to talk to me about what I say here and what I report here.
And I mean, no, that's not true. Also, I called you out on Twitter and you banned me, and I wasn't rude. I wasn't disrespectful, wasn't calling you names. I wasn't attacking you. And because you were sitting here leaving posts saying, where are all these videos at? And I was saying exactly where are all the videos about you talking about the layoffs with Nintendo? Where are all the videos about you apologizing for damaging the Nintendo community? Or where are all the videos holding Woods accountable for what he did? And you ran away and hid like a coward, and then you banned me. Okay, I didn't even break any rules. I wasn't given a warning. You just literally came and banned me, and we all know the reason why. You could say whatever other reason you want to your homies, but you banned me because you couldn't take the heat. You knew you would have gotten destroyed.
You know what I'm saying? He has to run from other people. Nintendine has to run from Prime. He runs like the Roadrunner. He runs away from Prime. He runs away from...
Well, if he's a Roadrunner, then what does that make you? You challenged someone and then ran. So you, whatever's higher than a Roadrunner, that's what you are.
For me, he'll run from anybody that wants to discuss what he said on his videos. So I don't want to say, I don't need to hear anything about what he's got to say. That's insane for someone who too scared to talk to Nintendo Prime, okay? Who's a very nice guy. Like I said,
I'll actually agree. Nintendo Prime is actually a nice guy. And I've said this before. If I was to debate anybody again, I wouldn't mind debating Prime. Because Prime's actually very respectful. He will not be rude to you on his channel. OJ, for instance, it can go anyway. The likelihood that he's going to stay civil is very unlikely.
I can understand not wanting to talk to me because I'll grill him. I'll bring
Oh, that's it. Gaming with Hope. He wears the guy wearing his hat suspiciously low must be his hairline. Oh, you know it's that damn hairline. You know, he loves to sit here and claim that our channels are sloppy ass channels. He has no room to talk with that sloppy ass hairline of his. OJ, you literally need to go find a better barber that learns how to line up a hairline properly. Because whoever you have doing it, they're not doing a good job. They don't have your best interest in heart or at heart.
Bring up, hey, you said this, and this. Here's the real data. Let's talk about it. Prime will do the same thing, but he'll do it in a much nicer way. You know? So I don't gotta hear Nintendo talk about nothing. This dude, rent has been due for this guy for a long time. Okay.
Yeah, and rent's been past due for you for a long damn time.
So good, like I said, congrats to him though. Congrats to him for, you know, for getting his viewers. That's great. I'm happy for him that he's making some ad revenue off of YouTube. Let's just see how long this lasts. Is he going to take this the whole generation? Let's see how long it lasts.
Well, he's not trying to ride no hate train. He's being open and honest about it because he wants Nintendo to be better. Maybe if you actually watch his videos, he said everything can turn around. He doesn't want Nintendo to fail like you like to push out because it's nothing more than a deflection tactic.
Yes. Rent's perpetually due for this guy. So unlike that for me, rent's not perpetually due for me. Okay? Rent's
I mean, you're correct. It's past due. You're literally about to get a foreclosure notice.
not perpetually due for me. I don't got to rely upon lying in my YouTube videos and manipulating and twisting that and saying, buy it.
No, you actually do. You got to rely on manipulation and you do have to rely on being disingenuous. I literally proved that you're disingenuous multiple times.
There's remorse and making up all this junk, you know, for YouTube views. It's not hard to do though. Once you get a following or once you get a little take, I can be super negative too and get a hell of views as well. It's not hell that crazy YouTuber Verlisify. This dude got 80K views on his video.
Okay, I'm not a huge fan of Verlisify, but no, he don't like the state of Pokemon right now, but I don't blame him. I'm complaining too. Now he doesn't like it because of the whole cheating thing. I mean, but it's whatever. Exactly, General. He is crashing out. He's been crashing out. He claims like, oh, I don't care, but you can clearly tell that he cares about what Nintendo says. You can clearly tell it bothers him that he got shade thrown at him. Even though he didn't name him by name, we all know he was referring to him.
Talk about Pokemon Legends EA is the worst game ever. This guy's a psycho. Okay, so let's be real here. It's not hard to get a ton of views just being negative. Stop acting like you're some type of great YouTuber. You're not.
Well, according to you, I'm making negative videos, and I don't get anywhere near the amount of videos that Nintendo gets. There are many of us that make similar type of content, and we don't get those types of views. So you have no idea what you're talking about, Player Essence. This is why wherever you got your degrees from, you really need to go get your money back.
That's ridiculous. Let's see here. To talk to Nintendo God. Yeah, I know, seriously. Let's see. I was watching Prime react to his video, and that Bum made so many assumptions about how he can save Mario Kart World lobbies. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. That dude getting a little bit too full of himself for some.
Well, I mean, anybody can save Mario Kart World's lobbies. That's not a hard thing to accomplish here. Are you kidding me? They would sell you origami paper instead on a Switch 2. Exactly, Cellman 1 Blue Fox. I think we are past crash out into meltdown mode. Oh, that's most definitely. Gaming with Hope. He would be stuck on the top.
What happens? He talked about Wolverine got 7K views. So it's not like you're going to get those views talking about that. But once again, anybody can be super negative.
That's okay. And the thing is, it's not like nobody's not interested in watching Wolverine. That is probably, I would say, Nintendo's core base right there. It's probably around 7,000 views. Those are the ones that'll probably watch almost every single one of his videos back to back. If I had to make an educated guess, which is nothing wrong with that. But Nintendo has always done, he went from retro Nintendo content to now doing Nintendo content. He does Nintendo news, he does updates. That's what he does. So when you go, even though Wolverine is a part of the same niche as Nintendo is, Nintendo was in a sub niche. It's like if I started doing content on nothing but PC games, I would not get that many views at first on them because that's not what niche I'm a part of. That's not the sub niche. It is what it is. Now, I also get some views because I have a core audience that will watch almost every one of my views, just like Player Essence does. Probably what he's getting right now is his core audience.
Once you get a following or you get 10,000, 20,000, you can just pop negative videos and people will watch them. That's just how it is. Heck.
I mean, I don't have that many, and according to you, I do I ride the negativity train. I'm getting views just fine. My channel's growing.
I can talk about drama, get 10K views, 20K views, whatever the case is, right? So luckily, like I said, luckily for me,
I mean, I'm able to do it at less than 3,000 views where I talk about that stuff that you claim is being hateful. So with you having almost 130 subscribers, why aren't you getting way more views than what I get?
rent isn't perpetually due for me, luckily.
No, it's just past due, unluckily.
I don't gotta sit there and do that. And I'm sure as heck not gonna run away from other people wanting to talk to me about my same videos that I make.
Oh my God, literally, my guy, you ran away from DBZ Nation after you called them out. I wish that you weren't a coward and you would have left the live stream up, but unfortunately you took it down.
So I'll put that out there to Nintendine or to any one of these other guys. My platform is open. We can do discussions and debates on Nintendo sales, buyer's remorse, anything that you want to talk about. Microsoft and Sony, the market, the sales, Switch One. We can talk about the sales of anything. The door is open to anybody that wants to come through.
I guarantee you, if I tried to come through, he would probably ban me. I'm probably already banned on YouTube. I'm banned on Twitter, so I guarantee you I'm banned on YouTube. But let me think. DBZ Nation is banned. I guarantee you, if any of you went onto his live stream to try and you just give him even a slight amount of criticism, I guarantee you he'll ban you too.
Okay, so I'll put that out there. I'm not running from anybody, okay? I have no problem discussing, like I
Only me and DBZ Nation. Those are the only people you run from. But no, everyone else, no, you won't run. You're correct.
said, the sales or numbers or whatever, and I don't have to lie and manipulate numbers to get views.
Oh, we got a longtime fan here, Railroad Gamer Luna. Oh, please, Essence. You are getting to the point Nintendo's decision is garbage and you pretend it's worth it. That is facts. Stop picking on the big corporation. It's not fair. It has feelings. Well, Michael Kelly, I don't think we care that Nintendo has feelings.
I don't have to lie and target out, find certain things and ignore all the negative or ignore all the positive things and hone in on the negative.
You do that in reverse. You hone in on the sales in Japan, but negate to tell everybody that the reason why it's selling so well is because they get it cheaper. I guarantee you, if we would have got one cheaper here, we would have sold way more units than Japan would have. Sell us a damn Switch 2 for $330 and see if that thing $330 because that's what the equivalent for Japan is. Sell us one, I guarantee you it will skyrocket.
Things. I'll talk about both. We'll talk about positive and negative. We'll be fair and just here overall.
Really? Why didn't you talk about you love talking about how Microsoft did layoffs? You loved it, or you talked about it when PlayStation did layoffs. Why didn't you talk about it with Nintendo then? You never once talked about the layoffs with Nintendo. You ran and hid from it because one of your selling points was because you would always defend Nintendo saying, well, the reason why they got to charge these prices, they got to pay their employees, they give quality games, they don't ever lay people off. And then once they laid people off, oh, you were quiet as a church mouse. You ran and hid.
Talk about both here. We'll talk about what's good. We'll talk about what's not good. We'll talk about where there's strengths. We'll talk about what there's weaknesses. All this dude just talks about just the negative. That's it. And then he makes excuses for everything else. He makes hella excuses for everything else. Why Switch 2 does good in some parts.
I mean, so do you sometimes, but usually you don't really make excuses. You just run and hide.
Why this? He'll sit there and make a million excuses for everything. And then he'll never want to talk to any other content creators. Then he runs away scared. He's so scared to talk to me or Prime. Why? He shouldn't be.
Why are you scared to talk to me or DBZ Nation? Why did you ban me on Twitter instead of taking the criticism? Why didn't you sit here and try to face it? Why didn't you try to rebuttal what I had to say? But no, you couldn't. Look at that smug look on his face. I paused that at the perfect moment. That wasn't even a plan.
The only reason why I think that is because he knows that we're going to call him out and prove him wrong on a lot of the stuff that he says.
And the reason why you ran away from DBZ Nation, because you would have gotten destroyed. The reason why you banned me instead of sitting here trying to talk about the criticism I threw at you, because you knew you would have gotten destroyed.
I don't need to hear any content creator, anybody on YouTube sitting there trying to brag about hate views. You're getting views because you're being hateful. It's not like you're Bob Wolfden. It's not like you're Wolfden putting up super high quality videos.
Who is Bob Wolfden? Does anybody know who that is?
On different types of platforms and doing reviews and doing. It's not like you're that, bro. It's not like you're freaking it's not like you're Scott the Woz. You ain't Scott the Woz.
Who's Scott the Waz also?
You're not Scott the Waz. You're not like trying to act all big and mighty, bro. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. Zoo with the $5 dono.
I just skimmed that video. It's all him pumping himself up for recent performance.
Yeah, like
This is Project
Shout out to Zoo, the guy that just super chat at him. He's a friend of Player Essence and he's a friend of me. At least I think we're friends. But shout out to Zoo. I like Zoo. He is actually very level-headed. He does like Nintendo, but he is extremely level-headed. Now, Zoo, yes, like I told you on the phone, he was feeling himself, but I love every minute of it because he did expose all the Nintendo fanboys. You got to give him that one. The Gaming Rift. Ah, yes. You aren't the best content creator, so you aren't anything fantastic. Exactly. Smash Monkey, really exciting stream, OJ. I agree. Darn it, Essence, plug my ears, blah, blah, blah. Nintendo this, blah, blah, blah. Plunder that. Exactly. Quiet Wolf. PE seems like the type of person who believes the louder they are, the more correct they are. Oh, exactly. He repeats it all the time. You should have seen that debate he did against Nintendo Prime like 8 years ago. He got so triggered because people were calling the Xenoblade Chronicle 1 Definitive Edition a remaster instead of a remake. And he kept saying, oh, well, it's remade for a different system. And kept saying remade over and over again. Trying so hard to say that it was a remake when we all know it was a remaster.
Ego Law.
hey man, well, I'll say this. A lot of people who do that with their views, they come crashing down at some point. So, we'll
I mean, just like you are, you've been crashing down for a while now.
see about that. But like I said, I'm glad I don't have to have rent perpetually due. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad
Nope,
I don't
it's
have to
just
sit there
past
and
due.
pump out rent perpetually due videos like he does in order to make ends meet. So it's all good though. Shout out to Zoo. Thank you for the $5 dono. I appreciate that. Yo, we out here. 21 on the board, guys. We got our first extension. Here we go.
It was probably a pity dono. Just joking, Zoo.
Combo breaks. We'll sit there. Let's go with the overclock.
Overclock buster!
I swear, bro, you give these dudes a little bit of an inch, they take a mile. This man's talking like he's so big and bad, like he out here making Kaisen that money on
I mean, he's bigger and badder than you.
YouTube, bro. This gotta be kidding me. This little out here talking like he making Kaisen that money, or he out here like he talking like he's what's this, the KCO, or he's Pokimane or something. Out here like he making Pokimane money or
I mean, you could keep making fun of him, but he's making more money than you.
Kaisen that money, or he making money like, or he making Scott the Waz type money, or
Exactly, Smash Monkey. Who cares if it's a remake versus remaster? Well, the reason why it bothered him was because many people look at it as a remake of being a better quality than a remaster, which isn't always the case. But he was mad because he thought it should have been better or viewed better than what it was.
man, bro needs to stop. Oh my God, you got these little weirdos getting.
Okay, we're going to.
Shout outs to Zoo, man. I appreciate you, fam. This man really thinking out here because he's getting some hate views that he's like some type of great content creator, fam. Please.
We're going to skip ahead.
All right.
Did I not clip it out?
Let's see. I'm curious if Nintendo's message will continue to resonate. I mean, it's like I said, all he's doing is helping sell this. Pick a couple people and then ignore everybody else talking about him. But that's hilarious. Funny. Let's see here. Was he even mention other? Well, no, he's like I said, Shadow mentioning other people talking about views and things. But like I said, it is what.
Where's
And
the
then
other
running away. He's like I said, Shadow mentioning other people talking about views and things. But like I said, it is what it is. I'm done. But like to Nintendo, the
No, you're
offers
not.
out there to Nintendo, my man. Let's come
Okay,
here. Let's
I think
debate
this is where it's
buyers'
finally
remorse.
gonna
Let's
end,
debate
'cause-
sales numbers.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get to the second part. There's another part of it I'm trying to skip through because he's just going to ramble on and on.
Let's debate all that, fam. And I'll be respectful. I promise. No name calling. No nothing
I mean, that's a lie. He doesn't know what respectful even means.
like that. Let's come through and debate, my man. Stop hiding on your channel. Come through and debate. Come through and talk. Let's talk about it.
Well, you hide all the damn time. That's funny. You sitting here telling another grown man not to hide when you do it.
Since you know more than everybody else, right? You're pretty good with the sales numbers, right? So yeah. But yeah, doors open. OJ got pressed. Oh no, I'm not pressed at all. I just found
Oh, you are pressed. Oh, I love how that guy just called his ass out.
it funny, man. I just found it funny that like someone's gonna sit there and brag about about grifting for views, like, and then running away. I can respect other YouTubers.
He didn't run away. He had no obligation to even talk to you. You're not even at his level, so why should he have to talk to you? That's why you were bashing me after the debate me and you did. You're like, oh, he's a small fry. He's not at my level. What he has to say don't matter. Why would he want to talk to you? In that case, you're not at his level. You love to brag that you have 130-something thousand subscribers. They mean absolutely nothing.
Other content creators that are at least willing to come and talk to me or talk to Prime. Like, I respect that. I respect that more than people who run away and won't talk.
Alrighty, now we're finally going to get into the second part of Player Essence. This is the one where he really annoyed me on this one. Let's read off some of the comments. Never played any. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Nintendo made it clear it's not worth it to engage with these people, and I think he's right. I mean, it depends on which one. I don't think that there's a problem really debating Prime. I think Prime will be respectful. It can turn out to be good. When it comes to Player Essence, okay, and it's very well documented proof out there for this. This is a factual thing, what I'm about to say. He only likes to pick topics that he can manipulate to fit his narrative. And if you are going to debate him on topics that he can't, he either has to team up with somebody to debate the person, or he's going to run away and hide like he did with DBZ Nation. That's the type of person Player Essence is. And you know what? That's not me bashing or making fun of him. I mean, those are just the facts. That is a literal fact when it comes to him. I have literally proven it time and time again. It is very well documented that that's how he is. Essence, he's for Cali, but I'm ashamed he wears that hat. I'm a Cali. I understand, Railroad Gamer. My team is no longer in California. Wait, you debated? Yeah, I debated him long time ago, Gaming Rift. I debated him and Nintendo Prime at the same time, like 6 months ago. I didn't do that good. I was very new to this, and I'll admit it. Prime was very good. He dropped so much knowledge that actually did cook me. I will firmly agree with it. I got destroyed by Nintendo Prime. Well, I got destroyed because of Nintendo Prime. Player Essence, he literally contributed absolutely nothing to the debate. Me and him were going around in circles over and over again. He was spitting so much damn nonsense, it wasn't even funny. If it wasn't for Prime to where he could leech information off of, Player Essence wouldn't have done absolutely. We would have never made it past the first talking point. We would have went around and around in circles for like 3.5 hours on the very first talking point. Probably not a good idea flexing views and stuff when he gets less than 10K views on an average. Exactly. That's what I find is funny. He acts like he's so big and bad because he has 130-something thousand. The subscriber count don't mean shit if they don't equate to your views. Probably what happens is probably two things. One, he got a massive uptick during COVID, and that's where a lot of the subscribers came from. Or he sat there and paid for subscribers or paid for views, we'll say promoting his videos. Those are the only way I see that he got that many subscribers, but gets that little amount of views. Railroad Gunner Luna, Nintendo Prime, Switch Force, Essence are such in the full level of dunce. Exactly. You either love your cult or completely betray it. Even with Slight Chris, exactly. Nerf or nothing, exactly. So PE is doing nothing but reinforcing the idea that Nintendo fans are toxic. Exactly. He's being so awful just because he has a different opinion. Exactly. Oh, so that's how your villain arc began. Oh, apparently I'm on a villain arc. So Prime was the voice of reason. Yes, he was. Prime sometimes can be the voice of reason. Prime, he can be. Alrighty.
Let's see here.
This one should be shorter.
Let me say something right now. Let me say something right now. Sell out. Anybody who keeps it real wouldn't run from a man-to-man debate. Let's keep it real here. What man do you know runs from simply talking about video games to someone else because they're so scared of somebody exposing their lies? That is not keep.
I mean, you literally ran from somebody you challenged on a debate. You got all triggered because someone sat here and said, oh, the attending keeps it real, which is true. He does. but you got triggered over it saying, oh, who runs from a debate? You literally ran from somebody you challenged to the damn debate. And then you ran from me from the criticism on Twitter. That's how much of a coward you are.
Keeping it real. That is not keeping it real. And anybody believes that somebody who's not man enough to talk to somebody man to man.
I mean, honestly, so does Switchforce Gaming Refs. If we're being honest, even Switchforce seems like that towards sitting next to Player Essence, for crying out loud. They both seem like saints.
Clearly was not raised by a man. Clearly was not raised by a man that gave you good values. Let's just keep that real.
And this is the part that he gets so much hate. Now, there's no reason for me to bring it up, but he does have a habit of bringing up people's families. He apologized to me, so I'm not salty over it. But Player Essence, why are you? This is why you get so much hate, is because you say stuff like this. You're making a claim that Nintending was not raised by a real man because, according to you, he ran from a debate. What does that make you? You literally ran from a debate that you set up. You challenged the person to a debate and you literally ran.
Real. Let's just keep that real. Clearly was not. You can't be sitting there talking about keeping it real, but too scared to debate your ideals or what you feel, even if they're wrong, with someone else.
I mean, you literally are describing yourself. You did that to DBZ Nation.
Or to discuss things. He won't even discuss things with other people. That's not what's called keeping it real. That's called scamming. That's called selling.
So does that mean you're scamming and selling out? Because that's what you did.
Out. That's called scamming. If you really believe in what you believe in, you should have no problem debating, talking with someone else, discussing those aspects.
Why didn't you debate DBZ Nation? Now, I have a feeling 2 reasons why you ran from DBZ Nation. Number 1, you looked at his subscriber count and didn't think it was worth it for you. You thought it was a waste of your time because you viewed him as a small fry because you say that I'm a small fry or I was a small fry. Or you knew you couldn't stand on your own. It's one or two things. But there's no point in Nintending debating you. He didn't come after you. It would be a completely different story if Nintending was coming at these content creators. If Nintending would have first came after you and then you challenged him. He didn't come after you. He was in his own little world making his videos, and then you guys out of nowhere started coping and seething and got jealous over the fact that Nintending was doing better than you guys, and then you guys attacked him.
You're going to run from anybody that's just wanting to talk to you about what you're saying. That's not.
I have been watching enough of your content. You don't want to just talk to people. That's not how you roll.
Not called keeping it real. That's called being a fraud. Like, let's just be real here, sellout. That's called.
Okay, so you literally just admitted you're a fraud. Because again, you ran from somebody. Technically, you ran from me too. I didn't challenge you to a debate, but you ran from me on Twitter and banned me just for giving you criticism. And I was way nicer to you than you were to Nintending.
Called being a fraud. But in today's day of the internet, right, where guys like you will give guys like him views and sit there in an echo chamber, I can understand why you guys think it's keeping it real.
I mean, it's better than giving you views. Honestly, we're getting some of the best content ever that you're not getting views. When you're backed into a corner, you give the best content you possibly can.
Because y'all the same people. When if somebody says something in your face, you got nothing to say. But when you go away, you be talking.
I mean, you do that too. What are you talking about? You ain't gonna do nothing. If me and you were face to face, it's not like you would do nothing. You'd probably run away and hide.
You're the same type of guys that were raised that way, with not real men raising y'all. So just that's my opinion.
Okay, I don't like sitting here throwing shade, especially when it comes to families. But Player Essence, you're saying that he wasn't raised by a real man because he doesn't want to debate somebody he doesn't worth his time. But you literally challenged someone and literally ran from them. You challenged them to a debate and ran. What does that say about you? Not saying anything, but what does that say?
I've seen guys like you.
I mean, literally, you're describing yourself. Is that why you're laughing? Is because you can't cope with the fact that you just described yourself and outed yourself on your live stream? He doesn't want to debate you because he doesn't find it worth it. He thinks it's a waste of his time, which I don't blame him. I would too. He doesn't need to debate you. It's not like he's going to get any further ahead. It's not like he's going to get this massive influx of subscribers because he chose to debate you. He's not going to benefit from it. You'll benefit from it because the only reason why you want to debate him is so you can stay relevant.
You know what I'm saying? That can expose what he's saying as BS. Why would you do that? That's giving up your money. You know, like I said, that's why I said I respect Smash JT. I respect Smash JT way more than some of these Nintendo grifters. Smash JT will talk to you man to man for the most part. He talked to Colin Moriarty. So that's why I said, okay.
Oh, yeah. You'll notice he won't ever bring me up because I completely proved how much of a fraud he is. I completely outed him, showed him how bad or how disingenuous he was. That's why he'll never say my name because he's afraid.
Okay, like I might not agree with every single grifter, but at least some of these boys will flat out come out and say, okay, we're going to talk man to man. I respect that. I respect that. You want to have your beliefs? That's cool. Have your beliefs. But at least be man enough to talk to me. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I showed up twice to talk with you. I didn't run and hide. And I'm not the one who sat here and banned someone on Twitter. That was you.
Like if we disagree. If you run from every single thing, that's not keeping it real. That's not being a man. That's being a chump. That's being a chump. So I can respect some grifters.
So that means you're not a man? That means you're a chump because you ran away and hid from two people, one person who you challenged?
Because at least they're willing to just talk to you, you know? But guys that are too scared, that run away from talking about video games, not even talking about serious stuff, not even talking about stuff that's important. You know what I'm saying? Talking about video games. Let's just be real here. Come on now. It's a grip for money. Sell out. Like I said,
I mean, you're literally trying to clout chase on Nintendo's good name so you can stay relevant and make money. Let's not pretend like you're doing this to better the community. This is all for yourself.
He making money off really stupid people that sit there and watch him and actually believe the stuff that he says, which I don't think is.
We got, I can't pronounce your first part of your name, but Dragon Reaper. He's a brick wall refusing to admit fault. Exactly. Smash JT wouldn't put up with the guy attacking people's families. I don't know who Smash GT is. Zealous. Hello.
It's everybody, obviously, but the algorithm carries it. But like I said, congrats to him, man, for real. Congrats on the grift. Because like now that we're seeing though, even when something's very successful and sells a lot and blows out everything else, 200,000.
Exactly, Django Fett. He is very quick to insults. I've been saying this for a while now. Literally, when he cannot defeat you intellectually, he resorts to insults. He'll go low. That's just the type of person he is.
Units, he still got something bad to say. Come on now, man. It's a grift. That ain't called keeping it real. Absolutely, Pokemon Game Freak can do better, but that doesn't mean that it flopped and it failed and it did terrible. No, that doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that at all, though. I'm just laughing at this point when it comes to people grift. Oh yeah, it's just funny. To me, it's just funny. Like I said, it ain't nothing serious. It's just video games, so it ain't nothing serious. But
does anybody believe that he don't take any of this stuff seriously? He literally got triggered because somebody just left a comment. He went on a tirade because they said, oh, Nintendo keeps it real. You're full of shit.
I think it's so on display now. And I think people are starting to see that it's okay. We get what it is. Like we know what it is now. Like now you're talking about how Pokemon didn't do, like you're talking about that. You're grifting on Pokemon. You're talking about how 200,000 units was bad. Like, come on now. Like preemptive damage control on your, I mean, like
did you even watch it? He was talking about how the sales are low in a certain region, which is true. You haven't sat here and talked about it. You didn't sit here and make a video about how the sales were low in the UK. They were down 40%. That's not good.
Let's be real here. Like, this is ridiculous, right? This is ridiculous.
Oh, exactly, Gaming Rift. I completely agree. How dare you criticize Nintendo, right? Next up, we got Newcomb Nintendo again, because in this video, he called me out again. Well, it wasn't that bad, but you can tell he is salty over my name. But guess what? He puts more respect on my name now. He don't come at me with the same energy he did before. That's what happens when you put these fanboys in their place.
All right, I have already made this video before, but I think I'm going to make another video diving deeper into this topic. And I pretty much just want to explain why it is that Nintendo...
I'm going to speed it up to 1.5 because he does have a habit of talking slow. Let me know if it's too slow.
...prices their video games so high. And why is it that we never see them do any kind of permanent price reductions? Last time Nintendo had ever done permanent price drops, it was with the Nintendo Wii, and we saw games go from $50 down to $20.
Yes, which was the best consumer thing to do. And the reason why they didn't do it for the Switch 1 is because they didn't think they have to, and people were still buying them. Is this Nuke guy just like a radio podcast? I don't think he is. I swear it's just one image the whole video. Oh, I know that's how he does it. Probably because he's just too lazy.
They don't do that anymore, and in fact, the man who started this trend was Satoru Iwata. The late and great Satoru Iwata, the one that a lot of people on the internet pretend to love so much.
We don't pretend to. We do love Iwata. Iwata was amazing.
But yet they were crapping on him when
And Reggie.
he was actually alive. He's actually
No, we weren't crapping on him. They were just crapping on that crappy Wii U.
the one who said that it wasn't a good idea to do permanent price drops because it would condition the gamers to just wait for the price to drop.
Well, I mean, his actions show differently because he still price dropped the stuff. He wasn't the one that kept them at the same level.
And thus Nintendo losing potential profits and whatnot.
Oh, really, Game and Rift? You were a Nintendo fanboy 3 years ago?
So, all thanks to Satoru Iwata, Nintendo doesn't drop the prices of their video games, but there are other better reasons why they do not drop the prices and why they don't release games.
Oh, we can't wait to hear that.
$40 and whatnot. The number one reason they do this is because they only want you buying their console and their video games. They're not going to make.
I mean, that's just one of the most dumbest thing ever. If you sit here and keep the game so expensive, do you think that people that are on PS5 or Xbox are just going to magically move over? People that buy PlayStation, Xbox now are pretty much buying them for third party. And you think they're going to magically go over to the Switch because Nintendo games are so much more better than the third party games. I will give you one thing. Nintendo does make some amazing exclusives. They do make some really good ones, but they also do make some very mid-tier ones that are not as good. They don't get a lot of those third-party games.
Make their video games cheap so you can go buy PlayStation and then buy video games on PlayStation. You could buy an Xbox and then buy.
And guess what? If they sit here and make them so damn expensive, people ain't going to be able to afford more Nintendo games. If they make them more expensive, then people are going to buy less Nintendo games. Like I said before.
Video games for that Xbox. So let's just break it down. If you only buy a Nintendo console and only play Nintendo video games, you're more likely to buy 100 video games in that life cycle, about 8 years or whatever.
I seriously doubt that. 100 video games in a life cycle? Come on, guy. When the things came out that people buy 2 to 3 games a year, how does that sit here and equate to 100 games in a life cycle? I'm trying to think. Have I even bought 100 games? I mean, I might have, but I'm not the average person either.
Which is way more money for them. That's way more profitable. Whereas if you're one of these multi-console gamers who always cry about the prices being too high, you're probably only going to get 35 games for Nintendo.
It ain't just the multi-console people. There are people that only have a Switch 1 and they're complaining about the prices too.
Nintendo, 35 for Xbox, and 35 for PlayStation. Now, what do you think Nintendo would?
I mean, I don't think that you know how to do math or something, because when you add that up, that comes to 105, not 100 games.
Rather you do. Of course, they would rather you purchase their system and no other system. Their games only and no other games.
Well, I mean, that would be I guarantee you PlayStation wants that too. So does Xbox. I guarantee you Xbox only wants you, well, maybe not Xbox, never mind. I'll take that one back. But I guarantee you PlayStation only wants you to buy a PlayStation also, just like Nintendo. But raising the price of your games, that is not the way to do it, because all you're going to do is end up selling less games.
Now, of course, this is just an
Yeah, we'll use your basic math as an example. Let's say 100 games at $60. Oh, now we're going to raise them to 70 to 80. Let's just say 80 because Nintendo is trying to normalize $80 games. You raise them to 80, guess what? You're not going to buy 100 games in a cycle now. You're going to buy less because the price went up and you can't afford it.
example. It could be 50 games, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, Nintendo only wants you buying their console and their video games. If Nintendo makes their games cheap for you like they did during the Nintendo Wii era, you guys are going to use the extra money you have to purchase a
My guy, I promise you that even during the Wii era, most people bought that Wii for Wii Sports, for Mario Kart Wii, for those family games. They did not buy it for Mario Galaxy. That is just something you're going to have to accept. So if they sat here and during the Wii time raised the prices, what, you think that nobody would have bought PS3 or Xbox 360? You magically think everybody would have went to the Wii? No. The Wii was used as a family console. That's mainly what it was used for.
PlayStation and an Xbox, and then buy a bunch of games for those systems. And because Nintendo are the top dogs right now in gaming, they're not going to give you that satisfaction.
Technically, PC gaming is. You just need to accept it. Steam technically is.
They're going to make it difficult for you because they already know that they have hundreds of millions of people in the world who only play Nintendo, and they're only going to buy Nintendo video games. So they could care.
Yeah, you have literally no facts to that.
Show us some fucking facts, you idiot.
Exactly, Joker. You actually think they got millions of fans across the world that only play Nintendo? The Switch 1 was known as the secondary console for a reason. If they had over hundreds of millions of Nintendo fans that only had a Nintendo console, guess what? The Switch 1 would have been a primary console. But there's a reason why it is known as the secondary console. So that means they didn't just have a Switch. I guarantee you that most of those Switch owners had another type of console.
Less about you multi-console gamers crying about them being too expensive.
The multi-console gamers made up the bulk of the Switch 1 user base.
Either shut up and get rid of your other consoles and stick with Nintendo, or just suck it up and keep spending your money on all these games. Because here's the deal. If you only play on Nintendo and only play Nintendo video games, you're not going to have any issue when it comes.
Well, that off the left, that is completely incorrect. He says 24 first-party Nintendo games, $70 each equals $1,680. You need to learn to do math, because if you think that they're only going to come out with $70 games, they're also going to come out with $80. Alone this year, we have gotten 4 $80 games. And most likely when Super Mario Wonder comes out, we're going to have the 5th $80 game. So you need to learn to do some math correctly. Then you got over here $100 AAA games across all platforms, $70 each. So what? You magically think that people are going to buy 100 games on the Xbox and the PS5, but only buy 24? That's not, that math is not mathing.
Comes to being able to afford all of these games, all right? So let's just say that Nintendo makes about 24 AAA first-party games every single year, right? 1 or 2 games every month, right? Let's just pretend they do that. And let's pretend that all 24 of those games all cost $70.
Well, so far this year, they haven't been making, that means they're making 2 a month? Since the Switch 2 has come out, what do we got? We got that shitty tech demo, if you want to count that, you know, which should have been a packing title, but no one's going to count that as a real game. You know, you can count Fast Fusion as a $15 indie title, but we're not going to count that. So you got Mario Kart World. You got, what's that other one? You got DK Bonanza. You got, we'll count the Kirby and the Starcross World $80 edition. You got the Mario Party Jamboree $80 edition. We're getting Kirby Air Riders, the Hyrule Warriors, Pokemon Legends ZA, Metroid Prime 4. Oh, you got the what is that one? They got the Galaxy bundle, so that's 8. So literally 9 games so far this year. Oh, geezer new. We got a $5 super chat. Thank you so much for being a member, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. Sorry, so late. So what are the whiners all in a tizzy over this time? Well, we already did Player Essence, and right now we are on Nuki Nintendo because he's trying to explain to us why that Nintendo sells their games so expensively and keeps them at that high price. It's so we don't go buy games on PlayStation, Xbox, and he doesn't say this, but I guarantee you he's thinking Steam also.
$70 each, every single one of them. And you want to purchase every single one of them, guess what? You're only going to be paying $1,680. That should be affordable for a lot of people. Now, if that's not.
No. Or guess what you can do? You can buy those 24, or just buy here. We'll go with 24 new games from the year of the AAA games. Just wait until next year. Okay, you can buy those same 24 AAA third-party games on Steam or even on PlayStation because they get good discounts too when it comes to the AAA third-party games. They can sit here, buy those same 24 games for probably under $500. Do you not understand that?
If that's not something you can afford, then I don't know. Maybe you should probably take your job more seriously. You should probably work a second job. You should probably try to get a promotion. Stop being.
Maybe you should stop pocket watching, just like your buddy Player Essence always likes to say.
Lazy. Stop doing the bare minimum. Most of you guys put way more effort into crying about Nintendo because that's how lazy you are. You know that doing that.
I mean, it takes a lot of effort to cry about Nintendo. I don't know if you've noticed.
It's going to get you a bunch of views on YouTube. How about you take all that energy and use it into getting a promotion at work? Just saying. Now, of course.
How about you should stop worrying about what people are doing at work?
course, a lot of you gamers are very spoiled, entitled, and you just want indulgence. You want to be able to indulge in every single video game that comes out. You got to have the latest video game that everybody's talking about. And so you have to own every single video game.
Well, when it comes to Nintendo, it doesn't matter if you buy it at launch or you wait 8 years down the road. It's the same price. But I agree. Everybody doesn't need to buy every single new game that comes out. That's why I rent the games. You want to know what? If we sit here and go by your saying, I could rent those 2 first-party Nintendo games or 2 first-party any games for that matter on GameFly, pay at the most $30 a month. Guess what I'm spending? Oh, that's right, $360. Boom, mic drop.
Game console, so you can play every single video game. Let's just say you're trying to do that. You're trying to get every single game that comes out, and that could be anywhere from 50 to 100 AAA games. There's also the indie games, very popular indie games that you want to have. You're more likely now to be paying $7,000 a year just to have this insane library of video games.
I seriously doubt people are spending $7,000 a year. Do you understand? To play 100 games in a damn year? Okay, because I'm assuming, I'm assuming you're going off of a year. Because we know that with the 24 first-party Nintendo titles, at least, I don't know. Did he actually say in a year? I could not remember. But if you're talking about a year, do you understand that most people are not going to be able to play 100 games in a year? I do not think that's possible.
Now, of course, a lot of you are not going to do that.
Hey, Dustin Nunn, how are you, Vigilante? I'm good. I only got like 16 minutes left, and then we got to close down the live stream because I'm very busy today.
There probably are people who do pay that much for video games, and they are probably the same ones that are always complaining and wishing these companies, these studios, will lower the price of their video games because you are entitled and you think that you deserve to just own every single game that comes out.
Well, we are the consumer. If we demand something, the company should follow through if they want our business. If not, we could take it elsewhere, which is what we've been doing. Why do you think the gaming companies hate GameFly? They hated Blockbuster in the day. Don't know if you noticed this, Nuki, or knew about this, but Nintendo did try to sue Blockbuster.
Doesn't work that way, though. Nintendo understands that you guys cannot afford to have every single game that comes out. And
no shit. They all know that. And it's not even the affording. Even if you magically could afford every single new game that comes out every single month, you don't have enough time. There is only so much in the day to be able to play video games.
Also understand that they are the best when it comes to making video games, so that's why they...
Oh no, Geezer Noob, he is not a troll. He is this is why he is Harmon Smith Mini-Me or Harmon Jr.
price their video games very high because they're not going to give you guys the opportunity to be able to afford video games on PlayStation. And that is the reason you're seeing many people not carry over from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. Nobody's really buying a PlayStation 5 that much. I mean, if you look at the sales, the Switch is still outselling the PlayStation 5.
I'm pretty certain that the PlayStation... Oh, I get what he's saying. I did not notice that. Well, it's too late now, but he said another slur. Well, actually, no, that's not a slur. Saying gay, that's not a slur. Never mind. At least he's learned to see. I was actually proud of him. For this video, he did not say a single damn slur in this whole video. And I even left him a comment telling him that. I'm like, congratulations. He is learning. Sony should make memory cards for the upcoming PS6. I mean, technically, if you want to count the hard drives, it is technically a memory card if we're being honest now. But PlayStation 5 sells. I'm pretty certain that it's at 80 million. Am I right? Sales. How many PS5 have sold? Yeah, you are completely off. You just made this video. You're saying 70 million. It's 80.3 million as of June 30th, 2025. What the hell are you? Where'd you get the 70 million from, Nuki? And just wait till Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. That's going to skyrocket the PS5.
In Japan by thousands of units. Why? Because they know they can't afford every single console.
Well, Gaming Riff, it's because he knows he can't stand with PC. He did it with the first video we did on him.
So every single video game. And so they're just going to stick with the ones who make the best video games by default. And that is Nintendo. That is a fact.
That is not a fact. That is completely subjective. Nintendo does make some good video games. I would rank Xenoblade up there. I would rank the old school Pokemon games up there as well. I would rank Luigi's Mansion up there. They do have some very good ones, but I'm not going to pretend every single game is a top tier exclusive when it's not.
That is objective. You can't argue. Nintendo makes the greatest video games. As a matter of fact, Nintendo's worst video games are actually better than PlayStation's best video games. That's also, don't believe me?
I mean, I don't know about that one. You know, and like, yeah, you love to bring up Astrobot, and I'll stand by Astrobot. Astrobot is an amazing game. It is king of the 3D platformers. To me, there's no greater 3D platformer than Astrobot. But the problem is Astrobot, when it comes to 3D platformers, PlayStation is not the platform for 3D platformers. This game would have done way better on PC, or if they would have released it on the Switch, it would have done way better than what it did. Now, when it comes to 2 million, that is nothing to scoff at. But the funny thing is, he's bringing up Kirby Star Allies. Why don't you bring up Mario and Luigi Brothership? Why don't you bring up Princess Peach Showtime? Why don't you bring up Metroid Prime Remastered? Why are you bringing up this game? You're trying to say the worst exclusive? Kirby Star Allies, 4.5 million. That is actually a pretty decent number if it's true. I don't care to look it up. But why don't you bring up their other ones that didn't sell well? Why did you... Metroid Dread didn't even sell as much as Kirby Star Allies. So, you know, Nuki, you're being extremely disingenuous, but what do I expect? You know, you're just like your brother in Harmon Smith and Player Essence.
I mean, okay, well, let's take PlayStation 5's best video game.
Exactly. Well, it wasn't Kirby Star Allies coming. Wasn't that a port from like the 3DS or from the, also from the, what was the other one? The Wii U or something? I think it might have been, but also Astrobot came out last year. Guess what also came out last year? Princess Peach Showtime. Mario and Luigi Brothership. And they sold less. Why aren't you comparing those?
The video game that won Game of the Year for 2024, that game being Astrobot. Let's take that piece of trash and let's compare it to Kirby Star Allies. Kirby Star Allies, which is a game that many people said was mediocre compared to every other Kirby game before and after it.
I mean, it's still mediocre. Kirby is a mid-tier exclusive.
4.55 million copies, whereas Astrobot, the so-called Game of the Year, only sold 2 million copies. And it's not just because Astrobot...
Where are we at? We're at 1.5.
...is a trash game that just copies and imitates Nintendo video games.
Oh, it was Retro Fusion? Okay, but didn't it come out in 2018, though? But Retro Fusion, you're a Nintendo fan. Don't you think Astrobot, game that came out last year, don't you think it's a fairer comparison to compare a Nintendo exclusive that also came out last year? Don't you think that would have been a fairer thing to compare it to?
It's also because of the fact that many gamers out there are just sticking with Nintendo because they know Nintendo makes the best games by default. And you know what? Kirby Star Allies actually is a better game than Astrobot. It's way more fun. It's way better.
I've never played it, but I seriously doubt it.
Who has zero...
I mean, I doubt it. Astrobot's better than Mario Odyssey. And we all know Mario Odyssey is probably better than Kirby Star Allies, so we know that's a lie.
Zero personality. His own fictional universe is just very fake. It's not really his own universe. It's basically just
it don't need to be
to PlayStation video games, and that's it. That's all Astrobot is.
That's what makes it amazing.
A piece of trash like Astrobot won Game of the Year. That doesn't really just...
Oh, are you just a little jelly that your game didn't win? Didn't Tears of the Kingdom come out last year? And that's why he's so angry?
You know, fool people into thinking it's a better game. People recognize quality when they see it, and that's why Kirby Star Allies, even though it's arguably a very disappointing Kirby game, still sold double the amount of copies that Astrobot did. Even a smaller budget mid-game like Zelda Echoes of Wisdom outsold Astrobot in its first month. That's pretty...
I doubt it. I doubt it. Because I always hear that Echoes of Wisdom wasn't that great, or how many units did Echoes of Wisdom sell? 4 million. Okay, it sold 4 million in the first month. Did it really? Oh, it did. Not by much, but it did.
Pretty pathetic. But of course, like I said, the reason Astrobot didn't really sell well and PlayStation isn't selling well at all is because people are sticking with Nintendo. They realize that they are the best video game company. They have the best.
And also another thing, you do understand that that PS5 has half of the install base that Switch does. So, I mean, it sold a little over double. So when you think about it, the numbers are pretty similar. You know, if there would have been double the amount of PS5 people, it might have sold more. You never know.
Video games, and because they're expensive, well, people are just going to stick with them. They're not going to bother trying to shill out more money for a damn PlayStation and Xbox. Now, in case some angry goofball out there who calls himself a vigilante tries to argue and say, no, Nintendo is screwing their own fans over and people are going to
They are.
buy less games because their video games are too expensive. If they
That's a fact.
would lower the price, then they'd be able to sell more games. If somebody tries to make that stupid argument, here's all I have to say to that. Look
Let's hear
at
it.
all of the first-party sales for the Nintendo Wii and compare them to all of the first-party sales for the Nintendo Switch. And guess who sold far more? Nintendo Switch games, first-party Nintendo Switch games, completely dominated first-party games on the Nintendo Wii.
And guess what? The Switch 1 had a third of the bigger install base. And what are you talking about? Technically, there were many more games. Let's see here real quick. I know, because I know that Wii Sports outsold it. Nintendo Wii's top exclusives. Or top selling games. Let's see here. List of the best-selling Wii games. Of course, you got Wii Sports at 82 million. Mario Kart Wii, 37 million. Not too many of the Switch games made it to 37. Wii Sports Resort, 33 million. Super Mario Brothers Wii, 30 million. Wii Play, 28 million. Wii Fit, 22 million. Wii Fit Plus, 21 million. Okay, so literally, they have quite a bit more. So I have no idea what you are talking about, Nuki. And also, like I said before, the Nintendo Switch console, or not the Switch, the Nintendo Wii console was literally, yikes, that guy went after you. Oh yeah, he's gone after me before. He's just mad that I destroyed him when I reacted to his video. And that's why you notice, though, he was very tamed on how he said my name. He put some respect on my name because he knows that
I'm your salt daddy.
exactly. He knows that I'm his salt daddy.
Even though games were cheaper on the Nintendo Wii and they had permanent price reductions on the Nintendo Wii.
The reason why that many of the games like you love to claim, and I notice you're missing so many. Wii Fit Plus. What was that one at? Okay, where the hell are you getting this information from? Because, oh, you did Wii Fit and Wii Fit Plus. Okay, I get it now. Well, you're still off. You're saying only 43 million. It's actually almost 51 million. So you're already off on that one. Super Smash Brothers Brawl. I mean, you got that one correct. That's a freaking shocker. Mario Galaxy. Okay, you rounded up. That's fine. And then, where the hell is Zelda at? Zelda? Oh, Nintendo or Nukem, wherever you're getting this information from, I'm literally looking it up right now on my phone off of the fandom site. You got wrong information here. Because let's look at it again. Wii Sports, I mean, you got Wii Sports correct. Mario Kart Wii, you got correct. Wii Sports Resort, you got correct. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, you got correct. You're missing Wii Play. Okay, which is 28 million. And then when you look at Wii Fit and Plus combined, you're actually missing like 8 million. Super Smash Brothers Brawl, you got correct. Super Mario Galaxy, you got correct. Just Dance was almost 10 million, so you're missing that one. Wii Party was almost 10 million, you're missing that one. And then the Zelda Twilight of Princess is actually only 7.5 million. Oh, we got a $5 super chat. Player Essence should stop lying. If he does, then he'll get the views that he needs. But I know he won't do that. That's why he's in the place he is. Exactly. Thank you so much, Vetful Zexel, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Did you see the? Yes, I did see the content. Mario 123. It was really good.
Let me just show you. All right, we got Wii Sports. Now, Wii Sports doesn't count because it was obviously bundled in with every single Wii console.
If that's the case, then the sales for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe don't count, because I guarantee you most of those sales were bundled in also.
Console out there, or at least 99% of them. But yeah, they sold 82 million. But let's ignore that because it was a bundle. Mario Kart
we're not
Wii
going
sold
to.
37 million. All right, that's pretty good. Wii Sports Resort, 33 million. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, 30 million. Wii Fit Plus, which is like,
you're missing 8 million on that one, and you're missing another game that sold quite a bit also.
I guess two different games, 43 million combined. Super Smash Bros. Brawl, 13 million. Super Mario Galaxy, 13 million. And Zelda Twilight Princess, 9 million.
It was actually 7.5 million. I just confirmed it.
So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games on the Nintendo Wii that had double digits in the millions. And
There's actually more. You're missing 2.
then you get to Zelda Twilight Princess, which is 9.
Would you like to know why? Because the retention rate for the Wii wasn't that good. Most people bought the Wii for Wii Sports. They bought it for Mario Kart Wii. They bought it for Wii Sports Resort. They bought it for the new Super Mario Bros. Wii, for Wii Fit and the Plus. They bought it for those games. They didn't buy it for all the Nintendo exclusives that you got on the Switch 1.
Million. So now let's compare that with first-party games for the Nintendo Switch.
Well, we can't count Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because it was bundled in. Many of those sales probably came off of the bundle.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold 70 million copies. Animal Crossing, 48 million. Super Smash.
Well, congratulations. The only reason why it sold that much was because of the damn, what was it? Because of the pandemic. We all know that's the reason.
Bros Ultimate, 36 million. Zelda Breath of the Wild, 32 million. Tears of the Kingdom, 26 million. Super Mario Odyssey, 27 million. Pokemon Sword and Shield, 26 million.
But you also want to know another big difference, Nuki? The quality with the Switch games were better than with the Wii games. That's the reason why also you see more. But again, people didn't really care for the Wii as much. They bought it for those family games for the Wii. The Wii was not considered the single player console. It was not considered in the same level as a PS3 and 360. That's just something you got to understand.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, 24 million. Super Smash Bros. Wonder, 13 million. Luigi's Mansion 3, 13 million. Splatoon 3, 13 million. Ring Fit Adventure, 15 million. Super Mario Party, 19 million. And we finally get to the first game that doesn't have double digits in the millions, and that is Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which
You're actually missing quite a few, but I know you're missing out on the third-party ones.
sold 7 million copies. All right, so as you all can see, far more first-party games for Nintendo Switch sold in the double digits, in the millions, than games did for the Nintendo Wii. Let's just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay.
I mean, you can count whatever you want. It literally proves nothing. Number one, I'm not even going to look these ones up because I don't really care. But you got so many of them wrong from the Wii list. I have already sat here and said that the Wii was not taken seriously. The Wii was a kiddie console. The Wii was considered for families. That's just something you have to understand. People bought it so they can have family night, to play Mario Party, to play the Wii. You look at most of these games, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a family game. Super Smash Bros., you can kind of consider that a family game, but it's not really. But Zelda, Super Mario, Pokemon, Super Mario Bros., Luigi's Mansion. Okay, I'll say Splatoon's a family game. Ring Fit, I never played Ring Fit Adventure, so I don't know. Super Mario, okay. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 on this list that are considered family games. The rest of them are single player games. Nintendo Switch wasn't considered a family console completely, not like the Nintendo Wii. Why are you leaving, Zealous? Sorry, Angry Vigilante, but I'm leaving. Why are you leaving, man? Oh, we got Blast. Hey, Vigilante. Or hey, Blast. The only reason the games sell well is because there's nothing else to buy on Nintendo. Well, that's the reason why with the Switch 1, that is very true. But with the Nintendo Wii, and this isn't bashing the Wii or anything, some games sold more than others because the Wii literally was a family console. That just is what it is.
Okay, so 13 first-party games on Nintendo Switch have sold more than 10 million copies. Far more. That's like more than double than what first-party games did on the Nintendo Wii.
Congratulations, 2 different consoles. And guess what? Go look at Expedition 33. Sold gangbusters and only came out at $50.
That is far more.
Their price is so high, but this has to be one of the most dumbest takes I have ever heard in my life. Wait, did the Wii sold 178? Okay, he's talking about first party sales. Never mind. I'm about to say the Wii didn't sell 178 million. What are you talking about? But that's going to be it for this video. I got to get going. I got a lot of stuff to do. Thank you guys so much for showing up. I hope you guys have a great day. And remember to drink your coffee, and I will see you guys next week.
I'm the angry vigilante here to fight the fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. Solve content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil. You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilantes calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Promise lost in Nintendo's dream, delusional faith blinded by the gleam. Defends every flaw like it's a sacred cause, but his blind devotion's just breaking laws. Player SS brings no honor or pride, throws family shade when he's running to hide. No integrity, just bitterness and spite, but the vigilante's here to set it right. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Cast guys, fake words can't hold the line. Sony fanboys smoke, but his reviews don't shine. Switch for shields, a corporate game, selling hype and spin while we call out the shame. Dark trays and Nintendo fanboys stuck on repeat, says the same old lines like a broken beat. Recycling words, no fresh insight, but we break through the noise and bring the fight. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilantes calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. If you're tired of fake, if you're done with the spin, join the fight, let the real talk begin. We're here for the truth, no need to hide, so make sure to like and subscribe.